Hello, happy Wednesday. My name's Renee and welcome to my channel. Today we are talking all about my April 2026 Disney plans. I'm so excited. We leave in less than a week at this point. So there are 5 of us going on this trip. It is myself, my boyfriend, my 2 cousins, Emma and Alexis, and their mom, who's my aunt, Jen. We are going for 6 days. We're going from April 15th to April 20th. Jonathan and I are flying out of Albany, New York, and my aunt and my cousins are flying out of Boston. Also, before I forget to mention, this is Jonathan's first ever trip to Disney World. My cousins and I and my aunt, we've been plenty of times, so very excited for that. Now, why are we going to Disney World, you might ask? Well, 1, we're all kind of big Disney lovers, but 2, we are also running the Springtime Surprise Challenge. Originally, it was supposed to be all 5 of us. Alexis and Jonathan are currently injured, but the nice thing is that runDisney was absolutely wonderful to work with, and they were able to give us a partial refund in the form of a gift card, and that was fantastic. So it'll just be Emma, myself, and my Aunt Jen running, and we will be running a 5K, 10K, and 10 miler. A little bit about our tickets and resort. We did decide to do single park tickets. None of us are very big park hoppers. We like to just spend a full day in the park and enjoy the parks for what they offer. Jonathan and I are staying at Pop Century. This will be our first time. Well, this will be my first time staying at Pop Century. This will be Jonathan's first resort ever. I've stayed at Beach Club and Fort Wilderness when I was younger, and then a few of the All-Stars. So Jenny, Emma, and Alexis are all staying at Art of Animation. They weren't able to get the military discount that Alexis has at Pop Century for when we were going. So, but that's okay. They're right across from the bridge from each other, and we're spending the whole day together anyways. So let's jump into the daily itineraries. I'm actually very interested to see how closely we stick to all of these. I will also put all of the daily itineraries up here on the screen for you to see. Day 1 is kind of our travel day. Jonathan and I are flying in pretty early. We should land at about 9:30 in the morning, and our plan is to resort hop. I have a rough plan of attack of how we're going to do it, of kind of where we're going to go first, where we're going to end up. Nothing crazy. We might try and hit all of them. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm very excited. We're going to try and see as many as possible. Going to try some food and drink at them, and we also, stay tuned, but are going to be scoring and rating them. I've seen so many people do this. I'm so excited. So stay tuned for that video. It should be pretty fun. Now, my aunt and my cousins, because they're flying out of a different airport, they are not flying in until later that night, so they won't be there until like 10, I think. We'll see, but we'll get to see them in the morning. Day 2 is Magic Kingdom. We will be rope dropping this. This is probably going to be one of our only days of being able to rope drop a park, and why not Magic Kingdom? And I'm going to give credit where credit is due, because Brianna Woodbine, love her content, watch it all the time. She has a great rope drop plan of going to Peter Pan and then Small World. I think that's genius. Those are 2 rides that I probably won't wait in a line for, and I'm not eager necessarily to get a lightning lane for them. So that's our plan, to do those. Then we have Haunted Mansion from 9:35 to 10:35. We have Pirates from 10:20 to 11:20. Jungle Cruise from 11:35 to 12:35. Tron from 12:25 to 1:25. And during this time, we're going to hopefully get a Space Mountain and maybe a couple other in Tomorrowland. And then we have 7 Dwarfs from 1:25 to 2:25. We also have a dining reservation at Beacon Barrel. I'm so excited to try this. And that's at 3:10. And then we do need to hit up the runDisney Expo at the ESPN Worldwide of Sports. So we will probably head to one of the resorts on the monorail and go to the expo after we're done at Beacon Barrel. We might do a ride or 2 after Beacon Barrel, but the expo closes at 7, so we just need to make sure that we're out of the park by like 5:30-ish to get to the the expo on time. Day 3 is our first race day. We will be running the 5K and going to Hollywood Studios. This is kind of the next park that made the most sense because we still might be able to rope drop. If we can rope drop, we're going to try and do Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway or Tower of Terror. Tower of Terror is my all-time favorite ride. I think it always will be. In any park. I love that ride so much. So I'd love to ride it twice. If we can, that's awesome. If we can't, oh well. But we do have a lightning lane for Tower of Terror from 11:55 to 12:55. We have Toy Story Mania from 12:55 to 1:55. Rise of the Resistance from 1:55 to 2:55. We have an Oga's Cantina reservation at 4 o'clock. So our plan kind of between Rise and Oga's is to do most of Galaxy's Edge. And then we have Slinky Dog Dash from 5:15 to 6:15. We may do Fantasmic at 8:30. I'm not 100% sure. It will kind of depend on how we are all feeling. It's also my favorite nighttime show of all the parks. So, Day 4 is our 10K in Animal Kingdom. Animal Kingdom to me is just such a chill park. There's a few rides, there's some shows, and obviously all of the animals and nature trails. Plus, this park closes at about the time we would be heading back to the room anyways, and it's the night before our longest race, so it kind of worked out. We didn't do any reservations in Animal Kingdom. We are hoping to have lunch at Nomad Lounge. We'll see how that goes. I know you have to put your name in for a reservation, so very excited for that. We do have lightning lanes, so we have Kilimanjaro Safari from 10:30 to 11:30, Flight of Passage from 11:25 to 12:25, Navi River Journey from 11:45 to 12:45. We'll kind of spend those couple hours in Pandora. And then we have Expedition Everest from 2:45 to 3:45. I purposely put that a little bit later so that we aren't like racing across the park, and so we have time to hopefully do Kelly River Rapids before the park closes, as well as some of the shows. And then we might hop to Animal Kingdom Lodge to get a little bevy before we go back to the resorts for the night. And that's day 4 for you. Day 5 is our final park day and our final race day. Today is our 10-miler and Epcot. So we decided to do Epcot last because all 5 of us do drink. So we are excited to drink and kind of snack around the world and around Flower and Garden Festival, which is, I think, my favorite festival. I love food and wine, but I think Flower and Garden might top it for aesthetic. We'll see. Our plan is to do the front of the park when we first get there, and then kind of do the whole world showcase. So we have a Guardians Lightning Lane at 10:30 to 11:30, Soarin' from 11 to 12, and then Living with the Land from 12 to 1. After we're kind of done in the front, we'll go drink around the world, eat around the world, do some of the flower and garden booths. Then we have Frozen from 5:20 to 6:20, and then we have a dining reservation at the Rose and Crown at 7. So, and we will be staying for Luminous this night at 9. Most likely. We'll see how we're all feeling. But this will kind of be our last hurrah for the trip, as my cousins and my aunt leave pretty early the next morning. So, leading into it, day 6 will be kind of our travel home day. As I said, my cousins are leaving pretty early, so they're going to kind of be up and out. Jonathan and I, however, are not leaving early. We don't leave until about 7 o'clock that night. So we are going to spend the day at Blizzard Beach. I have not been to Blizzard Beach since I was 11 or 12 years old. Insane. I did Summit Plummet. I'm so excited to do it again. I will convince Jonathan to do it with me as well. I don't care how big of a wedgie you get. It is so much fun. So I'm hoping we can go and get breakfast at either Coronado Springs or the Riviera. One of those two. And then we're going to head to Blizzard Beach. We'll probably get an Uber from wherever we get breakfast just because it's faster than going to Disney Springs and then to Blizzard Beach. And we'll probably stay there until like 2 or 3 o'clock, or kind of until we're done. We'll get the bus to Disney Springs, do a little shopping. I personally want to pick up some more Joffrey's coffee, and then we'll head back to the resort to catch our Mears transportation to the airport. We did decide to do Mears round trip. It just made the most sense for us, and for convenience. So I'm not 100% sure what time it will pick us back up at the resort to take us to the airport for our travel day home. But my guess, I think it's usually like 2 to 2.5 hours before your flight leaves. So my guess is that it'll pick us up between like 5 and 5:30. You can ask. They usually will tell you either day of or like when you get there. So we'll see. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you're looking forward to all the upcoming Disney vlogs. There will be a pack and prep with me coming, and every day will be a fun vlog. So stay tuned. Bear with me. It will be my first time vlogging a trip like this. And if you haven't checked them out already, please go see our tiny house vlogs. I am so excited for them and I love them so much. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.